Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 4th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of the 4th of August 2025? What does Librans need to know? Throat chakra. Yeah, I love this. This card comes in when, which is your throat chakra here. It comes in when you're needing to speak your truth, or when you need to have a voice, my darling Librans. So this could be a week where you need to speak up and, speak your truth maybe, but at the very, or maybe you've got a problem with your throat at the moment. Maybe there's you're just being encouraged, I feel, to look after your throat chakra, which is, like I said, it's to do with speaking your truth, with speaking up, whatever your ideas are, speak up if you have them. Or it could be to do with that there may be something wrong with your throat. So, everyone's going to be different here, but you're being encouraged just to be aware of your throat chakra, my darling Librans. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you for this week of the 4th of August 2025. What does Libra need to know? Ace of Pentacles, love it. 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Wow, 2 and 3 of Cups. Almost come out in order. There's 78 cards in. Actually, there's actually more in that deck because there's doubles. There's 3 lovers cards in there. I think there's a couple of different other cards in there, but yeah, so it's amazing that it's come out in order. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you, my darling Librans. So you start off here with the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is that card of, an opportunity coming in, my darling Librans. But that's just what it is for the moment. It is just an opportunity. It is that you're being gifted with an opportunity. You can see, it's just coming out of nowhere here. But the garden here on the Ace of Pentacles represents that this is something that you need to nurture into existence, my darling Librans. Like with a garden, needs to be tended and watered and pruned and, looked after, my darling Librans. Whatever this is, this opportunity that is coming in for you or has the potential to come in for you, my darling Librans, needs to be nurtured into existence. So just keep that in mind, that, not everything, it's just not just going to magically appear, my darling Librans. I feel that this is something that, you will need to nurture and, bring into existence through tending it, through, taking the steps to bring this, whatever this opportunity is for you, bringing it into existence. And I feel you will, just with what else is here on the table. I feel that you will be celebrating because of it, whatever this is, but to just be aware that it's something that needs to be, it's not just going to magically appear, my darling Librans. I feel that it needs to be, nurtured into existence. And then you have the beautiful 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is that card of celebration and joy and celebrating with your tribe, my darling Librans. And I feel that this is, the energy that's around you, this week, that there will be something, my darling Librans, that you will be celebrating this week. That there will be something, and you won't be celebrating alone. You'll be celebrating with those close to you, because you can see on the card here, these ladies, they're all celebrating, and they're celebrating together. They're united. They're in joy, my darling Librans. And that may be have something to do with your throat chakra there, that it's you're celebrating speaking your truth. You're celebrating because you did speak your truth. You're celebrating because you spoke up, my darling Librans. So, take that how it resonates, but I feel that there is definitely some celebration happening here. And then with the Two of Cups coming in here, I feel that it's, and look, I'm not getting love off this reading at all, so I don't feel that this is a love, connection coming in, but I do feel it's some soul kind of connection. So it's someone that makes you feel that you've known them in a past life type of arrangement. Like, it could also be you and your higher self as well. This is the Staff of Hermes. This is Mercury. It's communication. And that is all to do with your throat chakra, is communication, my darling Librans. So, we've got two cards here of speaking your truth, of communication, of using your voice, my darling Librans. And I do feel that that's important for you. I don't often get off this card, speak your truth, but I feel that with the throat chakra card here, that in doing so, in speaking your truth, and I feel that someone will support you in that. That's what you've got here, and that's what you've got with the Three of Cups as well, is that, you've got these people here supporting you in speaking your truth. And I feel that when you do speak your truth, you will feel that it's something to celebrate, my darling Librans. And I do feel, I'm going to put it all together, which I will. So as I said, speaking your truth is going to be important this week. I feel that, and you will have the support to do so. You can see two cards here of support. But I feel that speaking your truth will also, make it that this beautiful Ace of Pentacles, this will make it possible for you, if that makes sense. So I feel that, if you don't speak into, you've got to, it's very hard because I'm getting a couple of messages here. I feel that you need to speak this into existence, if that makes sense. You need to say it out loud to bring this into existence, my darling Librans. That's what's popped into my head. So, I feel that you will nurture this opportunity into existence because you're going to speak it out loud. You're going to be supported by people around you, and you will celebrate because of it. I just feel that there is such a beautiful energy around you this week, my darling Librans, that, there is going to be some celebration around you this week. But it will be important for you to speak your truth, to say what you need to say, my darling Librans. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments, so I'd love to know if this resonates with you. And look, if you can see something in this reading that I can't, and you've got the message that you want to give to Libra, drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let us get final messages for you, my darling Librans. Yeah, no need to worry, they say. No, no, no. No need to worry. Trust, yeah. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that speaking your truth, my darling Librans, will bring you the rewards. Yeah, oh my God, you cannot make this up. What was I saying about helpful people? There you go. There will be people around you to celebrate with you. This is your tribe, my darling Librans. I get tingles when I see things like that, because it's like, that's the universe saying I meant what I said. A year from now, they say, don't freak out with a year from now. Unlikely, yeah. I reckon, and that's what popped into my head, it's going to be unlikely that it's going to take a year, my darling Librans. That's what I feel here for you. I don't think this is not going to be, it's going to be a year from now, you're going to look back on this and go, that was unlikely, that wasn't going to work out. I don't. This comes up a little bit, this unlikely card, and I feel that it's unlikely that this won't work out. So it's also, you take that how it resonates. What pops into your head when I said unlikely as well? You've got to sort of take it both ways. But what popped into my head as soon as I pulled it was, this won't be a year from now. That's unlikely, is what I felt on that, my darling Librans. So I can just see beautiful energies coming in for you this week, my darling Librans. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.